Two games, one genre, two very different experiences. When you hear Battle Royale, it's either PUBG or Fortnite that comes to mind. These two didn't just shape the genre, they defined it. But despite being in the same category, they couldn't feel more different. So let's break it down. The gameplay, the pacing, the vibe. PUBG versus Fortnite. Right from the start, PUBG hits you with realism. Muted colors, gritty terrain, weapons that kick like a mule. You feel like you're dropped into a real-life war zone. Every sound matters. The echo of distant gunfire, footsteps crunching on gravel, the wind brushing through trees. It's all about tension. One wrong move, and you're done. Now enter Fortnite. Bright, colorful, loud. It doesn't want you stressed, it wants you vibing. Dancing mid-fight? Totally normal. Launching across the map with a shockwave grenade? Just another Tuesday. Fortnite is chaos in the best possible way. It's fast, flashy, and fun. PUBG is serious survival. Fortnite is a cartoon sandbox of mayhem. Let's talk pacing. PUBG is slow and methodical. You drop in, loot carefully, check corners, scan hills. Patience is key. One bullet from the wrong place, and it's game over. There's no room for panic. It's all about positioning and precision. Fortnite is go, go, go. Loot, build, shoot, edit, all at lightning speed. The building mechanic makes it part shooter, part strategy, part architecture simulator. 1 second you're in a shootout, the next you're 50 feet in the air on a self-made tower. It's dynamic, unpredictable, and intense. PUBG rewards patience. Fortnite rewards creativity and reflexes. Now the mechanics. PUBG's gunplay is grounded. You've got bullet drop, recoil, scopes, attachments. It's tactical. Every kill feels earned. Every miss teaches you something. It's not flashy, it's focused. Fortnite's weapons, pure arcade. Hitboxes are forgiving. Spray and pray can still win fights. And guns get vaulted and unvaulted constantly. The real weapon in Fortnite isn't a gun, it's building. If you can outbuild your opponent, you can win almost any fight. Maps, PUBG. Gives you variety, Arangel, Miramar, Sanhok, and more. Some maps are open and quiet, others are tight and chaotic. You've got vehicles to cover distance and realistic settings that feel grounded in reality. Fortnite has one map, but it evolves. A meteor strikes, a UFO crashes, a jungle turns into a frozen wasteland overnight. It's storytelling through terrain. You're not just playing on the map, you're watching it change. PUBG stays consistent. Fortnite keeps reinventing. Accessibility? PUBG is punishing. If you're new, you'll die. A lot. Menus are clunky, and survival isn't guaranteed. But that's part of the appeal. If you win, it's because you earned it. Fortnite welcomes everyone. Bots fill early games to help you learn. The UI is clean. The mechanics are intuitive. You can be good at aiming, or good at building, or just decent at both, and still have fun. PUBG pushes you to survive. Fortnite invites you to experiment. And the vibe? PUBG is cold, quiet, tense. Even with friends, you feel isolated. The fear of not knowing where the next bullet is coming from? That's the thrill. Fortnite is bold, ridiculous, confident. You're a superhero, a banana, a pop star with a rocket launcher. And somehow, it works. The chaos is part of the charm. Different tones, same rush, and we're only halfway there. Next up, we'll dive into skins, community culture, competitive scenes, and the long-term impact both games have had on the world of gaming. So, the real question is, do you want to crouch in the grass or crank 90s into the sky? So, you've dropped in, grabbed your loot, and survived the storm, or the sniper. But now, let's talk about what happens outside the core gameplay: customization, community, competitive play. This is where things get really interesting. Let's start with skins and cosmetics. In PUBG, customization is grounded. Jackets, helmets, gas masks. Military gear, mostly. Over time, they've added more variety, sure. Some silly outfits, some limited-time collabs. But the core aesthetic is still realistic. Gritty. Survival-themed. Fortnite? It's a fashion show. You can be Goku, Ariana Grande, Spider-Man, a fish, a flaming skeleton DJ from the year 3000. The creativity is endless. Skins don't just look different, they feel like a lifestyle, their personality. And with emotes, back bling, gliders, pickaxes, it's a full-blown wardrobe. PUBG lets you blend in. Fortnite dares you to stand out. Now let's talk about community. PUBG's community is loyal and tough. They've stuck around through bugs, slow updates, and shifting metas. They value skill and strategy. They don't want gimmicks. They want intensity, the vibe, tactical, focused, often quiet. Unless you're in a squad, then it's full-on comms and callouts. Fortnite's community is wild. It's massive, diverse, young and loud. Memes, dances, content creators, crossover hype, it's all part of the culture. Fortnite is more than a game. It's a social platform, a creative sandbox, a live event stage. Remember Travis Scott's concert? Or when the map literally disappeared into a black hole? Yeah, Fortnite plays on a whole different level. PUBG builds tension. Fortnite builds moments. Let's not forget about creative modes. PUBG has introduced a few arcade modes, team deathmatch, zombie waves, custom matches. They're fun, but they don't stray far from the game's core identity. It's still a shooter, always a shooter. Fortnite gave us creative mode. Build your own island, design your own game mode, host your own mini-world, players recreated. Call of Duty maps, obstacle courses, racing games, even horror levels. And with Fortnite Creative 2.0, the tools are now more powerful than ever. Some of these fan-made maps feel like full indie games. PUBG lets you drop into its world. Fortnite lets you create one. Let's talk competitive scene. PUBG had its moment. Early esports events were intense. LAN tournaments, big plays, insane long-range shots. The gameplay translated well to serious competition. Tactical team rotations, zone control, ambushes. But the audience? Smaller. Niche. Fortnite's esports scene exploded. World Cups, millions in prize pools, players like Bugha becoming household names overnight. The broadcast style was flashy, energetic, built for Gen Z. It wasn't just a match, it was a spectacle. Now yes, Fortnite's competitive scene has had ups and downs, meta changes, skill gaps, balance issues, but the scale of it? Massive. The casual audience fuels the viewership. People watch because it's entertaining, even if they don't understand every build. PUBG feels like a military sim. Fortnite feels like an esport made for TikTok. Now let's look at long-term support. PUBG had a strong start, but updates were slow. The devs improved performance, added maps, balanced weapons, but the evolution was gradual, conservative. Some players drifted away waiting for the next big thing. Fortnite, on the other hand, never stops moving. New seasons, weekly updates, wild crossovers, in-game lore events, vaulted items, unvaulted chaos. If something's broken, it might be gone tomorrow. If it's popular, expect 10 more versions of it. It's not just a game. It's a live service that refuses to sit still. PUBG gives you stability. Fortnite gives you a roller coaster. And finally, cultural impact. PUBG created the blueprint. It made Battle Royale cool. It took the modding scene and turned it into a full-fledged genre. Without PUBG, there would be no Fortnite. That's a fact. But Fortnite? It took that blueprint and launched it into space. It became a cultural juggernaut. Mainstream. Global. A game your little cousin, your big brother, and your grandma have all probably heard of. Whether you love it or hate it, you know it. PUBG changed gaming. Fortnite changed the internet. And that's the magic of this rivalry. One is about grit. The other is about glow. One simulates war. The other turns it into a show. We've dropped, we've looted, we've built, we've fought. PUBG and Fortnite. Two games that took the same genre and ran in completely different directions. One gritty, one goofy, one a military simulator, the other a digital playground. But now the real question. Which one truly stands the test of time? PUBG brought Battle Royale into the mainstream. It gave us tension, tactics, and a type of suspense no shooter had delivered before. It made silence scary. It made patience powerful. And in doing so, it birthed a new style of competitive play. One where the final circle felt like the final breath. Fortnite flipped everything. It added rhythm, color, chaos. It made competition a party. It broke the fourth wall. merged gaming with pop culture, and built a community that's always watching what happens next. In Fortnite, the battlefield is also a concert stage, a story, hub, and sometimes a meme generator. So which is better? The truth is, that's not the right question. Because it's not about which one is better. It's about what kind of player you are. If you crave the slow burn, the sweaty palms, the strategic plays, PUBG is your battlefield. If you want expression, speed, spectacle, and a little madness, Fortnite is your home. Both games defined an era. Both games created moments. And both, in their own way, changed what gaming means. So, maybe we don't need a winner. Because in the end, the real victory royale is that we got to play them both.